Italy welcomes over 65 million travelers each year, with some of the most affordable attractions that make it a premier travel destination. These budget-friendly locations offer an accessible way to explore Italy while making the most of your travel budget. From the charming hill towns like Arezzo to the sun-soaked streets of Naples, here are the 10 insanely cheap destinations for budget travel in Italy. Make sure to subscribe to Discovery Destination for more travel videos like this. 10. Taranto. Taranto is in the Puglia region of southeastern Italy, sitting in the Ionian Sea between the Mar Grande and Mar Piccolo. The old part of the city is on an island between these two bays, giving it a distinct layout. The Old Town, or Città Vecchia, is the best starting point with its narrow streets leading past historic buildings and the busy fish market near the waterfront. From here, you can follow the road toward the Ponte Girevole, a swing bridge that connects the old and new parts of the city. Just beyond the bridge is the Aragonese Castle, or Castel Sant'Angelo. Built in the 15th century by King Ferdinand II of Aragon, this fortress was constructed to defend the city. A guided tour takes you through its courtyards, towers, and underground chambers. A short walk away, the National Archaeological Museum of Taranto, or MARTA, holds one of the most important collections in southern Italy. The museum displays various artifacts, with the Ori di Taranto gold jewelry collection standing out for its detail and craftsmanship. Nearby, the Spartan Hypogeum Museum, or MISPA, offers a more intimate look at the city's history. This private museum focuses on Taranto's origins as a Spartan colony and features underground chambers with artifacts and structures from the 8th century BC to the 17th century. From here, it's a short trip to Taranto Cathedral, or Cathedral of San Cataldo. As the oldest cathedral in Puglia, it dates back to the 5th century and features a Baroque facade, a Byzantine-style dome, and a crypt with ancient mosaics. Outside the center, the archaeological park of Saturo offers a quiet open-air site with the remains of Greek and Roman settlements and fortifications. Out in the Gulf of Taranto, the Ionian Dolphin Conservation leads boat tours to see dolphins in their natural habitat. By the way, my Travel on a Dime ebook shows you how to travel more for less. I'll share more about it later. 9. Reggio Calabria. Reggio Calabria sits at the southern tip of mainland Italy. The city stretches along the water with the Aspromonte Mountains rising behind it, creating a setting where the sea and hills meet in one place. Museo Archeologico Nazionale di Reggio Calabria is one of the city's most important attractions. Its centerpiece is the Riace Bronzes, two ancient Greek statues from the 5th century BC that were discovered in the sea in 1972. From the museum, it's a short walk to the Lungomare Falcomata, a palm-lined promenade along the waterfront. The walkway offers uninterrupted views across the strait to Sicily and is lined with cafes and restaurants where you can take a break and enjoy the sea air. Running parallel to the Lungomare is Corso Garibaldi, the city's main pedestrian street, with shops and historic buildings lining the road. The Museo Nazionale del Bergamotto is not too far from here, focusing on the bergamot orange, a citrus fruit grown in the region. Near the eastern end of the city center stands the Castello Aragonese, a medieval fortress that has been part of Reggio Calabria for centuries. Inside, you can explore restored sections of the structure, and climbing the tower provides views over the city. Not far away, the Basilica Cattedrale di Maria Santissima Assunta in Cielo stands as the largest church in Calabria. Rebuilt in the neo-Romanesque style after the earthquake of 1908, it features a spacious interior with high arches and detailed stonework. In the mountains above the city, Rogu di Vecchio is an abandoned town that offers a glimpse into the past. Its empty buildings and narrow streets are set against rugged terrain, creating a striking and quiet setting. Along the coast, Chianalea di Scilla is a small fishing village known for its houses built right along the water. Narrow alleys connect the homes, and the shoreline is dotted with restaurants serving freshly caught seafood. 8. Perugia. Perugia, the capital of Umbria in central Italy, stands on a hilltop overlooking the valleys of the Tiber River. It has a historic center filled with landmarks, ancient structures, and streets that are best explored on foot. The city's main square, Piazza da 4 Novembre, is a natural starting point. At its center is the Fontana Maggiore, a medieval fountain decorated with detailed carvings that tell stories from Perugia's past. Next to the square, the Palazzo dei Priori draws attention with its Gothic design. Inside, the Galleria Nazionale dell'Umbria displays paintings and sculptures from the Middle Ages to the Renaissance. From here, it's only a short walk to the Perugia Cathedral, or Cattedrale di San Lorenzo. Its unfinished stone facade and unusual orientation set it apart from other churches. Inside, it holds the relic known as the Virgin's wedding ring and a museum with paintings and manuscripts. Continuing from the cathedral area, you can reach Rocca Paolina, a 16th century fortress built by the papacy. Beneath it lies a preserved network of underground streets and medieval houses. Leaving the fortress, Corso Pietro Vannucci stretches through the center as the main pedestrian street with its shops and historic buildings that make it a pleasant route to explore. Following the street brings you toward the Etruscan Arch, also known as the Arco di Augusto. This gateway, one of the best preserved from the Etruscan period, connects to ancient city walls that have stood for over 2,000 years. From the arch, you can continue to the medieval aqueduct. Once used to carry water into Perugia, it now serves as a raised walkway with views of the surrounding area. Not far from this path is the Etruscan Well and Piazza Danti. Over 2,300 years old and 121 feet deep, it's a remarkable example of early engineering. Continuing through the quieter streets leads to the Church of San Bevignante. Built in the 13th century, it's recognized for its simple and unadorned interior. From there, you can make your way to the Schidi Tower, the only surviving medieval defensive tower in Perugia. Climbing its 288 steps offers panoramic views across the city and the surrounding hills. Via della Viola provides a change in atmosphere with its colorful murals and small shops. This narrow street highlights Perugia's contemporary artistic side while keeping the charm of its historic setting. Now, I know you're getting excited about all these amazing places to visit, but if you're eager to travel the world to explore new locations, cultures, foods, and much more, while taking a breather from your everyday life, you also know it can cost you quite a lot of money. With the Travel on a Dime ebook, you have the opportunity to make the most out of any place you visit without overspending on your travel budget. From finding the right flights and hotel deals to money-saving tips during your trip, it's the perfect guide to help you travel like a pro, ensuring you have a great experience while saving hundreds of dollars on travel. Get your copy at thediscoverydestination.com. That's thediscoverydestination.com. Use code DISCOVER5 to save $5 off your copy. 7. Arezzo. Arezzo is located in the Tuscany region of Italy, standing on a steep hill. You can begin exploring in the lower part of the city along Corso Italia, the main pedestrian street. Shops and restaurants line the route, making it an easy place to start. Walking along this street, you'll pass the Church of Santa Maria della Pieve, known for its three-portal facade and the distinctive Tower of 100 Holes. From here, the street leads to Piazza Grande, the city's most recognizable square. Its sloping design and surrounding buildings reflect different architectural periods, with the Palazzo del Logge by Giorgio Vasari being one of the most notable. The square hosts the Antiques Fair on the first weekend of each month, and the Giostra del Saracino jousting tournament twice a year. A short walk away, the Basilica di San Francesco holds one of the most celebrated works of the early Renaissance, Piero della Francesco's fresco cycle, The Legend of the True Cross. Continuing uphill, you'll reach the Museo di Casa Vasari. This former home of Giorgio Vasari is decorated with his own frescoes and designs, offering insight into his work as an artist and architect. Nearby, the Basilica San Domenico provides a quieter stop. Its simple Gothic interior is centered around Cimabue's painted crucifix from the 13th century, a major piece of medieval art. At the top of the hill, the Arezzo Cathedral stands with its Gothic architecture. Inside, you can see a marble relief by Donatello on the baptismal font and Piero della Francesco's fresco of Saint Mary Magdalene. Close to the cathedral, the Medici fortress offers open walking paths and wide views of the surrounding area. Built in the 16th century, its grounds are now a public park, providing space to walk and enjoy the scenery. 6. Trani. Trani is a seaport town in southern Italy's Apulia region. Its pale limestone, known as Trani stone, shapes much of the city's architecture, giving the streets and waterfront a distinct and uniform look. The best place to start is the harbor, where the Trani Cathedral, or Cattedrale di San Nicola Pellegrino, rises directly beside the water. Built in the Apulian Romanesque style, its tall bell tower stands out against the sea. Right next to the cathedral, the Swabian castle stretches along the shoreline. Built in the 13th century by Frederick II, its foundations are set directly in the sea. The interior is home to a museum and occasional art exhibits, while the promenade outside offers wide views of the castle walls. Along the waterfront, the Villa Comunale offers a public park with shaded paths and some of the best views of the harbor. Deeper in the Old Town, the Jewish Quarter, or Giudecca, reflects an important part of Trani's past. The Scola Nova synagogue, once used as a church, has been restored for worship, while the Great Synagogue, or Sinagoga di Sant'Anna, now serves as a museum sharing the history of the city's Jewish community. A short walk away, the Palazzo delle Arti Beltrami fills a historic noble palace with art exhibitions and cultural events. The building's rooms and galleries give you a closer look at the local and regional art scene. 5. Cagliari. Cagliari is the capital of Sardinia, sitting on the northern end of the Gulf of Cagliari. Spread across 7 hills, it combines historic neighborhoods with sweeping sea views. Starting in the Castello quarter, the oldest part of the city, you move through narrow streets lined with stone buildings that have stood for centuries. Just a short walk away, the Cattedrale di Santa Maria stands at the center of the quarter. Its 13th century origins are reflected in a blend of Romanesque, Gothic, and Baroque features, making it one of the area's most important landmarks. From Castello, you descend toward the Bastioni di Sant Remi. The wide staircase and covered walkway lead you up to its terrace, where the view stretches over the harbor and out to the Gulf of Angels. A short ride brings you to Poetto Beach, a 5-mile stretch of white sand along the Tyrrhenian Sea. At the far end of the beach, the Sella del Diavolo rises as a rocky promontory. Between the city and the beach, the Molentargius Saline Regional Park offers a different kind of scenery. Walking and cycling paths pass through salt pans and wetlands where pink flamingos gather in large numbers. Back in the city center, the National Archaeological Museum of Cagliari showcases artifacts from Sardinia's ancient past. The collection covers the Nuragic, Phoenician, Roman, and Byzantine periods. A few streets away, the San Benedetto Market brings you into the rhythm of daily life in Cagliari. On the ground floor, vendors display fresh fish and seafood, while the upper floor offers cheeses, meats, breads, and other Sardinian products. Moving to the city's edge, the necropolis of Tuvescedu stretches across a limestone slope. Paths wind between hundreds of rock-cut tombs from the Phoenician, Punic, and Roman eras, providing a close view of this ancient burial ground. Nearby, the Roman amphitheater is carved directly into the rock. Dating to the 2nd century AD, it once hosted gladiator fights and public performances. Its size and form still show its importance in the city's Roman period. Within walking distance, the Orto Botanico offers a quieter setting. Opened in 1866, its grounds hold Mediterranean plants, succulents, tropical species, and a palm garden, as well as Roman cisterns and a small cave. Farther along the coast, Fortino di Sant'Ignazio sits atop Colle Sant'Elia. Though never completed, its position offers wide views of the city and sea. 4. Bologna. Bologna is the capital of the Emilia-Romagna region in northern Italy. Its location has connected northern and southern Italy for centuries, and the city's miles of covered sidewalks, known as porticos, have become one of its defining features. The heart of the city is Piazza Maggiore, a broad square framed by medieval and Renaissance buildings. It's the perfect place to pause, surrounded by landmarks that reflect centuries of history. The Basilica di San Petronio dominates the square with its striking half-finished facade, marble below and brick above. Inside, the world's longest sundial stretches across the floor, and the Gothic details draw your eyes upward. Just off the square, the Palazzo del Podesta holds the Whispering Corners, where sound travels in an unexpected way between the arches. From here, the city skyline leads your attention to the Asinelli and Garisenda towers. Both date back to the Middle Ages and lean noticeably, though only the taller Asinelli is open to the public. A short walk away, the Archiginnasio Palace offers a look into Bologna's academic past. Once the main seat of the University of Bologna, it contains the Anatomical Theater, a 17th century wooden hall where medical students once studied anatomy. If you follow the covered walkways out of the center, they lead all the way to the sanctuary of the Madonna di San Luca. Standing high on a hill, the basilica is reached by the world's longest portico. Not every site in Bologna is large and monumental. Tucked away on Via Piella, the Finestrella is a small window that frames a view of one of the city's last open canals. Here, the Reno Canal flows quietly between old brick buildings, offering a rare glimpse of Bologna's past waterways. Near the eastern edge of the center, the Seven Churches complex in Piazza Santo Stefano offers a very different experience. This group of connected churches and courtyards was built and altered over many centuries. In another part of the old center, the narrow streets of the old Jewish ghetto preserve the layout of the 16th century. Low archways and quiet alleys make it easy to take in its atmosphere in just a short walk. For something more unexpected, the Palazzo Poggi Museum combines art and science under one roof. Inside its frescoed halls, you'll find detailed anatomical models, old navigation instruments, and other objects collected during Bologna's centuries as a center of study and research. 3. Naples. Naples stretches along the Bay of Naples, framed by Mount Vesuvius to the east and the ancient volcanic fields of Campi Flegrei to the northwest. The city's layers of history are easy to see as you move from attraction to attraction. In the center, the Naples National Archaeological Museum holds treasures uncovered from Pompeii and Herculaneum. Detailed mosaics, colorful frescoes, and the massive Farnese Hercules statue fill its galleries, while the secret cabinet displays rare pieces that give a direct view into Roman life. Beneath your feet, Naples underground reveals a maze of tunnels, aqueducts, and chambers first built by the Greeks and later expanded by the Romans. Passing through narrow passageways and into a Roman theater, you'll see the traces of the city's ancient engineering. Back above ground, Mount Vesuvius rises against the skyline. Hiking to its crater brings wide views over the bay, with steam sometimes drifting from the earth. Its eruption in 79 AD shaped much of what surrounds it, preserving the cities of Pompeii and Herculaneum under volcanic material. Pompeii's open streets, amphitheater, and stone buildings spread across a large area, while Herculaneum feels closer in scale, with upper floors and wooden details still visible. Returning to the city, the San Severo Chapel Museum offers an intimate experience. The veiled Christ sculpture by Giuseppe San Martino is carved so finely that the marble appears almost sheer. A short walk leads into Spaccanapoli, the narrow street cutting through the historic center where churches and artisan shops line the way. On Via San Gregorio Armeno, workshops display handmade nativity figurines crafted year-round. North of here, the Sanita district holds some of Naples' most distinctive sites. Inside the Cimitero delle Fontanelle, rows of skulls and bones fill a cave-like space, reflecting local traditions tied to remembrance and prayer. Not far away, the Bourbon Tunnel offers a different view of the city's past, with its 19th century passageways lined with vintage vehicles and objects left from its time as both an escape route and storage space. 2. Palermo. Palermo, the capital of Sicily, rests along the Gulf of Palermo and the Tyrrhenian Sea. The historic center is a good place to begin, and Palermo Cathedral quickly captures your attention. Its exterior brings together Norman, Arab, Roman, and Byzantine elements in a way that reflects the city's changing rulers. Inside, the royal tombs and treasury hold artifacts from its long past. From the cathedral, it's a short walk to the Norman Palace, once the seat of kings, and today, one of the city's most important landmarks. While the palace itself is worth exploring, the Palatine Chapel inside is the highlight. Golden Byzantine mosaics cover its walls and ceilings, forming vivid scenes from the Bible that have remained for centuries. Continuing through the center, Teatro Massimo stands as a symbol of Palermo's dedication to the arts. As the largest opera house in Italy, it draws attention with its size and design. Guided tours offer a closer look at its interior and explain how its acoustics were perfected. Not far from the theater, the streets open into Quattro Canti, an octagonal square at the crossing of two main roads. Each corner has a matching facade with statues of saints, Spanish kings, and carvings representing the seasons. Moving away from the busy streets, the Capuchin catacombs offer a striking change of pace. Beneath the city, these passageways hold thousands of preserved bodies arranged along the walls. Some wear clothing from their time, with Rosalia Lombardo, a young girl from the 1920s, being one of the most well-known. Closer to the center, the Chiesa del Gesù, or Casa Professa, stands out for its elaborate Baroque interior. Colorful marble inlays and detailed stucco work cover the walls, leaving little space untouched. Palazzo Conte Federico offers a more personal connection to Palermo's past. Tours are often led by members of the noble family who still live there, sharing stories about the buildings and its role in the city over the years. The Oratorio di San Lorenzo is another small yet impressive site. The walls here are lined with white stucco figures by Giacomo Serpota, each carefully crafted to form scenes full of movement and detail. Santa Maria dello Spasimo provides a completely different atmosphere. This unfinished Gothic church has high walls but no roof, leaving the interior open to the sky. It now serves as a venue for concerts, exhibitions, and performances. On the slopes of Monte Pellegrino, the Santuario di Santa Rosalia holds an important place in Palermo's traditions. The sanctuary is built into a cave where the remains of the city's patron saint were found. From here, views stretch across the Gulf of Palermo, making the trip up the mountain rewarding. 1. Lecce. Lecce, in the southeastern Italian region of Puglia, sits on the Salento Peninsula, forming the heel of Italy's boot. Known for its golden limestone Baroque architecture, it has earned the name Florence of the South and offers a rich collection of landmarks and historic streets to explore. The historic center, or Centro Storico, is the starting point for most walks through the city. Its narrow cobblestone streets connect small piazzas and are lined with ornate facades, carved balconies, and centuries-old doorways. As you wander deeper into this area, the streets open onto Piazza Sant'Oronzo, the lively main square. Here, the column of Sant'Oronzo rises above the square with a statue of the city's patron saint, while the remains of the Roman amphitheater stretch below ground level that still reveal rows of seating and sections of the arena floor. From the square, it's a short walk to Piazza del Duomo, a space enclosed on 3 sides and centered around the Lecce Cathedral. The cathedral stands out with its double facade and tall bell tower. The surrounding buildings, like the Bishop's Palace and the Seminary Palace, complete the square's architectural frame. Moving through the historic streets brings you to the Basilica di Santa Croce, one of Lecce's most recognized landmarks. Its facade is covered in intricate sculptures all carved in the city's signature stone. Inside, the wide nave, gold-detailed wooden ceiling, and multiple altars reflect the elaborate style that defines much of Lecce's architecture. A short walk away, the Roman Theater offers a quieter experience. Set back from the main streets, the small performance space retains its curved seating area and stage, giving a clear sense of its original layout. Throughout the Old Town, cartapesta workshops keep Lecce's papier-mâché tradition alive. Artisans craft religious figures, decorative masks, and other pieces by hand, a practice that has been part of the city for over 2 centuries. One of the more unexpected places to explore in Lecce is Museo Faggiano. What began as a routine home repair led to the discovery of archaeological layers stretching back more than 2,000 years. Walking through the site takes you past ancient wells, cisterns, tombs, and wall paintings, all preserved beneath what was once a private residence. To see a different side of Lecce's history, Torre del Parco offers a change from the Baroque and Roman influences found elsewhere in the city. This 15th century fortress, later used as a convent, still has its defensive tower and stone walls. While part of the building now serves as a hotel, the accessible areas retain their historic character, adding another layer to the city's story. If you're looking for any tips to enhance your own personal travel and help you manage your travel budget more effectively, click the link in the description. And remember to like and subscribe to help our channel grow.